It's that time again, brother.
Oh,
Plastic Profiles.
What's going on?
How is everyone?
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm excited. I'm always excited for another episode of Plastic Profiles, the show that examines a classic G.I. Joe file card and the corresponding action figure. And then we look at the classified or retro classified figure and compare and contrast those figures and determine which of those is more like the character as described in the file card, the original file card. And that's what we do here. That's it. That's what we do.
Well, that's what we do. I got to make sure that they know, like, yo, I'm pointing at you, I'm pointing at me. That's what we do.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. It's not about what's the better figure, because we all know really the classified is probably the better figure.
Oh,
articulation, the durability.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not saying anything. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It's the better figure. It's also 40 years younger. It's, you know, these figures fall apart if you sneeze on them.
I don't hear a bad thing.
So it's about which one's more accurate to the character. That's what this show's about. And then after that, we put them in a movie. We cast the character based upon where that character is from. So, for example, I always use Alvin Kibbe Breaker was born in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. So we cast an actor from Tennessee, unless of course we don't, because we are what?
Rebels. We do it
all day, every day.
You don't tell us what to do. Not even ourselves.
No, I mostly don't even listen to myself. Mostly.
Most of the
time. So that's that. So before we go on to today's subject, I want to talk about our Beachhead sketches, our skits, Beachhead's classified figure reviews. We're looking for some help from you all. If you have questions, comments, suggestions, and you want to give them to Beachhead himself, the man at the top of this pyramid,
he's up there. Do
it. Send them in. Reply to any of the videos. You can email a clip of you asking the question, and we'll put it in the movie. We'll put it in the movies. The big time. The picture show.
You never know. I was just saying. I've been saying this for a while now. It's coming. It's coming.
We'll put it in one of the Beachhead sketches.
Starting with sketches.
Sort of Space Ghost style. That's right. Wow, you think we do this for money? Oh, by the way, that will be a t-shirt soon. Look for that link sometime soon down below. We talked about in the Shockwave episode. If you're not sure, go back and watch that. If you forgot, go back and watch it again.
Good. We had a ball.
It's fun when it's fun. So what brings us here together today is Footloose and Fancy Free.
I feel like the song, that part of the song, every time his name is said,
they say it like that.
Footloose, like, right? You know what I'm saying? Just
bring in grunt and Footloose.
Yeah, Footloose.
Yeah, probably. That's probably why he's growing cannabis on his helmet.
That you gotta blend in, bro.
yeah. So we're gonna add a little bit to the AgentChuckles lore here. So I mentioned it on previous episodes that I had Joe characters and figures that I didn't always play with them as if they were my family, but they would represent my family. So the sailor represented my grandfather. Who are the other ones? Let's see. Ace is a pilot. My uncle is a pilot. Nice. Footloose was my dad. For no particular reason other than he did wear a camo uniform like that, and he had a mustache. Right. None of the other characteristics of Footloose or anything like that translate to my dad. That's what the part that he represented. And so while I didn't build the pictures into the slideshow, I will include them at the end of the episode. So won't you stay after and look at my dad? in full military gear.
That's touching.
Yeah. So Footloose came out in 1985. By the way, all these classic images of the file cards and the figures come to us from 3D Joe's. 3D Joe's. That's all.
Oh,
no,
okay.
No, there's no more song in development.
There was going to be more.
No, there is not anymore. That's it. That's what you get. If you want songs, you can look at our past episodes. Anyways, 3D Joe's is the best. 1985 Footloose file card, infantry trooper, codename Footloose, file name Myers Andrew D, primary military specialty infantry, secondary military specialty special services, basketball coach. Place of birth is Gary, Indiana, grade E4. E4 Mafia. Myers was valedictorian of his high school class, captain of the track team, and an Eagle Scout. He was going for his degree in phys ed on a state scholarship when he suddenly dropped out, moved to the coast, and became quite weird for about 3 years. If he's a valedictorian and he's already and he's going on a phys ed degree, he was already quite weird. Let's just say that. Unless he was playing sports, I don't, doesn't say that, but maybe he must have played basketball. Actually, that's a little lore there. So he must have played basketball if he's a coach. So that means he might be quite tall. I mean, he could be tall.
Well, I mean,
he's never
necessarily though. I mean,
he's not really categorized. I mean, he's not Spud Webb, but I mean, like maybe he's tall.
Maybe.
He was standing on the boardwalk in Venice, pondering something cosmic, when the utter pointlessness of his existence hit him between the eyes like a runaway freight train. I think I'll join the army, he said, and promptly did. Took basic and AIT at Fort Benning, graduated jump school and desert training unit, qualified expert, all NATO and Warsaw Pact small arms. Some of the Joes think that Footloose is out there, but all he's trying to do is find himself. He's the all-American boy who got lost on the way to the fair, and he's simply trying to go home any which way he can. Most folks think they know what they are and who they are and where they're going. They're the dangerous ones.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Do not mess with that guy.
No. So our first little teaser of our little game we like to play is if you'd like to have a logical explanation, and I'll give you a clue. This is a song. I
hate you.
I'm going to go ahead and say this. It's not Footloose. It's not Kenny Loggins. Footloose. It's not that song. Nothing to do with the song Footloose. I mean, that's too easy. Just put everybody cut. No.
Footloose.
No, no. I'm not going to do that. So Footloose's MOS is infantry, 11 Bush, 11 Bravo, 11B, which in today's terms means that he had 22 weeks of one station unit training and advanced individual training at Fort Benning, Georgia, formerly Fort Moore, formerly Fort Benning. It's a whole thing. Look at the news. That training would be the first step towards special forces, which is Green Berets, of course, Rangers, Airborne, etc., which this all establishes it because he did do Airborne, but he didn't do the other things. That he is indeed, I put in quotes, just an infantry soldier. So he is truly an infantry soldier, a regular Joe.
All right.
Yeah. But so there's that. So here's the next clue. How I happened on this elegant syncopation. So the first one, if you'd like to have a logical explanation, how I happened on this elegant syncopation. There's the first two lines of our little game we're playing here.
I'm getting it.
Footloose then went on to graduate from jump school or the U.S. Army Airborne School at Fort Benning. Remember, formerly Fort Moore, formerly Fort Benning.
All right. So that's 5 times fast. Come on.
Do it. Okay. Fort Benning, formerly Fort Moore, formerly Fort Benning. Fort Benning, formerly Fort Moore, formerly Fort. Okay. I feel like I was pretty close. Actually, I just gave up.
That was actually impressive.
It is riveting podcasting.
Good stuff. This is why we get the awards, folks.
This is why we've gotten every award we've ever gotten. The basic airborne course is open to all the branches of service. Upon completion of 5 successful jumps, candidate will receive their jump wings and can proudly wear their airborne tab on their left arm. So if you're looking at the screen, the left arm is the tab that would go over there above your unit patch that goes there. And then those are your, we've said that before in previous episodes, your 5 jump wings, because you have to make 5 successful, 5 jump lead wings, really. But that's the base, and that's a lot of words. Right. But that's those are the airborne wings there.
Dope.
Yeah, super cool. I will say, without a moment of hesitation, there is just one place that can light my face. All right, so we'll do it all again. If you'd like to have a logical explanation, how I happened on this elegant syncopation.
Okay.
If you'd like to have a logical... No, I went back again. I will say, without a moment of hesitation, there is just one place that can light my face. Anything?
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to give it away until you say it.
I don't believe there's any more to this one. So that's the end of the clues. It is from the Music Man, Gary, Indiana.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have got that one. I'm not even
so
this
here,
time.
Another chapter of Agent Chuckles lore. If you're keeping tabs at home. I went to a small little school before elementary, and they had a Music Man play. They were putting on a Music Man play. So I said, hey, I'm going to try out. I'd like to be Winthrop. Now, Winthrop in the movie was played by Ron Howard, little Opie. The Winthrop character has a lisp. So there's a female character named Amaryllis. Of course, he would say, Amaryllis. Well, I loved it. I love mimicking voices. I love mimicking sounds. I always have. That's why I do the crap that I do today. So you have to sing whole songs. Gary, Indiana, like with the lisp, right?
Nice.
Like none of those words had a lisp in them, but that's not the point. The point is you had to do everything with, the Wells Fargo wagon, if come, and now, that's what we're dealing with here. When I sang this song, with great help from my mother, by the way, in practicing for this, when I sang this song to a group of adults, this is probably the equivalent of first or second grade. I got such an applause and I was expecting the bouquet of flowers because this was all just practice. This was like the tryout. This was the open tryout. Like anybody could go up there and belt it out.
Yeah.
The whole room.
Nice.
Just everybody. Okay. It's really just an extended big classroom. It wasn't like an auditorium.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of people in my mind, a lot of people, and they were all, okay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Now, keep in mind, as that age of child, I was pretty tall for my age. I'm not like 6'4" now, but I'm taller than the average bear. Okay, maybe not a bear, but that's the only line I can think of. I'm a 6'1", so I was a little tall as a youngster as well, and I happened to be taller than the principal's son, who, guess what part he wanted? He wanted the same part.
Right.
And guess who the other son wanted? The adult main guy, the salesman, Henry Hill. Whatever. So if you put those two guys side by side, you have little kid, adult. If you put me next to the adult, I'm taller than both of those schmucks. So guess who didn't get the part, though they mastered the song with the lisp?
Oh, childhood tragedies.
But you know what? I got to be salesman number 4.
All right, damn.
Let's go over a little dialogue of what salesman number 4 got to say, because I found it. Okay, I'm not going to go through every line here, but I'm just going to say my lines out of context, so it's going to sound great. Look, what do you talk? 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 Hold on. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. You can talk, bicker. You can talk all you want, but it's different than it was. No, it ain't. But you got to know the territory. Look, what do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? That's what I got instead. Yeah, that's salesman number 4. I got to do all that instead of be a name character. I got applause. I got ovation.
This dude is still salty.
And they gave me essentially the part form
of
a participation trophy.
A great talent, because after that day,
do you think I'd be making podcasts if I starred in that role right now? There'd be podcasts about me if I got that role.
Oh gosh.
Oh. Salesman number 4.
Oh, I love it. I love it. When they make the story about us, right, and our rise to fame here on this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how did you become the greatest podcast in the world? And then we're gonna go back to stories like that.
Salesman number 4.
Character.
You know how much salesman number 4 stood out? Later in the movie, I was just Guy. Singing with a bunch of the other no names.
Mad.
I was singing with
that's not his line.
I was standing with the booger eaters, and we were just blah 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 blah, singing. I wasn't even a salesman. They took my hat off, so I was a completely different guy. Because I had one of those corn cob square the hats, like the salesman from the 1920s and 30s,
Yeah.
I need to make some sales, see? Yeah, I've got my hat and my fancy suit, and I'm ready to go sell encyclopedias door to door, see? Yeah. I don't really know what salesman number 4. I wasn't committed to the role. I don't know what I sold.
Right.
I don't care anymore. Okay, Footloose. It's Footloose. Footloose side weapon is often misidentified as a bazooka. It is, in fact, an M72 Law light anti-tank or armor weapon. The Law is a one-shot 66mm unguided weapon. In 1963, the Law replaced the bazooka as the primary unguided infantry anti-tank weapon in the Army and the Marines. It was replaced in the early 1980s by the M136 AT4. So if you've seen a Vietnam story, and you see a guy pull out this tube and he sort of pulls it open, and then that's how it works. It comes up where it's compact, you pull it open, you fire it, and then it's garbage at that point.
Wow.
And then little kids get to play with it in 20 years.
That's right.
When they find it in a field somewhere.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, this is rad. So that's the Law. One shot and then it's done.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of us out there.
Yeah, tell me about it. I didn't even get that shot. Salesman number 4, for God's sakes.
I was robbed.
Look, I understand why I didn't get Conrad Birdie and Bye Bye Birdie. All right.
Oh, this happened multiple times.
Well, okay. No, I didn't try out for Conrad Birdie in that one.
Oh.
But we all got shirts with this one kid's face on it because he was supposed to be Conrad Birdie, the equivalent of Elvis.
Oh.
And so all the girls saying, "We love you, Conrad. Oh, yes, we do. We don't love anyone as much as you. When you're not near us, we're blue." Whereas the boys saying, "We hate you, Conrad. Oh, yes, we do. We don't hate anyone as much as you. When you are near us, we're blue. Oh, Conrad, we hate you." Yeah.
There you go, man. It's impressive that you still remember that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. So Footloose.
Came out in 1985. This is his packaging.
He's so salty about it.
See, the problem is this all coincided at the time that I was in Cub Scouts. Now, which is great, except that my mom was den leader, which is also great, except that she couldn't give me anything that ever won anything because it would be favoritism. So God help me if I tied or even came like slightly ahead of someone. No, I get the 4th place trophy.
Wow.
There is no 4th place trophy. It just says thanks.
They don't even rank you.
There's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, thanks.
Yo, we stopped counting the losers after 3.
Yeah. Yeah. I was the only kid that made their little Pinewood Derby car, like legit. I'm the only one that made that car. You know why? You know how you could tell I'm the only one that made their car? Because it was still square. It was still rectangle. It had a couple sanded sides where I thought that could look like a window. And then I painted it blue. It was a blue rectangle with wheels.
Oh, God, that's
all
hilarious.
these other kids show up with like fenders and fins and like heavy die cast pieces glued to the hood, so that it has faster when it goes downhill. No kid thinks of that crap.
None. They're all just, hey, let's go on a race.
So we're talking a good 5-10 years of 4th place trophies.
Oh God, you're such a tragic story.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be funny, but
yeah, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Yeah. Footloose.
All right, let's do it.
Came out in 1985. Here's his breakdown. He's got an M16. He's got a helmet. He's got his law. He's got a backpack. He's got a knife molded on his chest. He's got 2 grenades, one on his chest, one on his backpack. He's got a canteen also molded on his backpack. And he's got a cool like ID bracelet for some reason. Yeah. We haven't even gotten into baseball yet. Let me just tell you that. Let me tell you all about the politics of Central Florida baseball. Which actually then segues nicely into the politics of Virginia high school baseball. We'll save that for hardball, for the G.I. Joe hardball. We'll go into it then. That'll be my time to shine again. Add that to the AgentChuckles lore there. Right. So Footloose. This is his classified box. It's whatever. But this art, I had to get another screenshot off of Bees Battlegrounds.
Okay.
Because you cannot find this. I'm circling with my mouse so that everyone can see. This art is, I love this art. Now, okay, this particular piece, he looks a little silly, but in general, I love that art on the side of the box, but you cannot find that anywhere. Why go through the effort if you're not going to promote it or promote who did it or any of it? But yeah, so that's the art on the box. So the funny thing about this classified Footloose figure is the initial models all really looked really heavy Pedro Pascal, like a lot.
Yeah.
Now the hair has taken a sort of a reddish tinge, so it seems to have lost it a little bit. I think it might be the mustache and the nasal area, but I don't know. Maybe the hair. I don't know. I can't really explain it. He looks less Pedro now than in the renders and the models and things like that. So this Footloose comes with a pistol, a knife, the M16, the law, and a rocket, which you really wouldn't load in a real one, but that's fine. And it isn't really the law. It looks like the law, but it doesn't do the fold out thing, but it's fine. It's whatever. It's probably the law. So let's just call it that. Even though it's long out of use by now, but helmet with his nods, but from what I understand, they don't move up there for some reason. So that's not great. Backpack. He has a canteen molded on his backpack. He's got a grenade molded on his chest rig. He's got 2 canteens and they're molded on. Did I already say canteen? No, I guess I did. I think it was before. And then he's got a watch and he's got a paracord bracelet. So it's pretty cool. So Steve the Writing Dad, who you got to cut loose?
All right, you already know where I'm going to go with this, but this is, I know what your argument is pretty much the same figure.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, no, it pretty much is, but I'm looking at it, for me, it's, yeah, but it's updated to the times. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, for the most part, yeah. I mean, he's it should be wearing a flak vest, you know, but it's pretty updated, you know. I look at his old uniform and look at his now. That's all it is to me. It's not new. It's not anything fancy. It's not anything, you know, like, oh my God, this is such an amazing feature. No, but for me, it looks like an updated version of the figure, and I got to go with it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I completely disagree. I think it's essentially the same figure. It's just blown up. I will not call this the Ultimate Footloose, the classified figure. I will give it to the vintage figure. It has everything the classified one has. Sure, it doesn't have the removable pistol, but that figure doesn't have a pistol anyway. So not even a holster for a pistol, because I think really officers are mainly the ones that get pistols like that, and maybe, you know, heavy machine gunners and that sort of thing. But anywho, yeah, no, I love this Footloose figure. I really do. But I don't think it, even the design, even if you made this an O-ring in this style, I don't think it would beat that Footloose figure. I'm not crazy about the way the helmet and the grass turned out.
Okay.
I don't like the nods not working. I mean, if you're going to put them on there, they should work. The log rocket launcher is not updated. It's out of date by 40 years, 30 years. Even his weapon is the M16, as near as I can tell. So that doesn't work. He does have updated fatigues. So, I mean, there is that. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. But when I think Footloose, I won't think that classified figure.
Gotcha.
And that's kind of what we do. We know what will come to your mind as, you know, that's, you know, the ultimate figure, you know. And yeah, I can't do it. I just can't.
Now I want to change my answer now. Now I'm like,
yeah. Did I make you feel bad?
Yeah. No, you don't make me feel bad.
Did I give you the participation trophy?
This is a pretty valid reason, man. And you know, you've had such a hard time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
just want to see you smile.
What kind of friend would I be, man?
Fine.
It's a classic figure.
The 80s Footloose wins. Are you happy? No. Pick who you pick. I get why you would pick it. I mean, you know, have him do this pose. He can't. Classified guy can. Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. I just don't think it's my Footloose. Hashtag not my Footloose.
Word.
And I will not cut Footloose.
Can't stop, won't stop.
All right. Well, we got to the bottom of that.
Word.
So now is a little thing we like to call casting call, where again we will cast Footloose in a G.I. Joe movie based upon where the character is from. We know he's from Indiana, and we know I need a video clip here. There it is. Casting call, y'all. Casting call, and see, it was just like that. It was all like, and I was like, thanks.
That's right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
What was his name? He was Will. What was the kid's name in this? Was it Willith? No, Amaryllis. And then Winthrop. That was his name in the movie, Winthrop.
That's cool.
Oh, I see what you're doing in there. I see what you got. Okay, you can go first. All right, let's see who you picked as Footloose.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to remove this from the stage because that changed.
Pedro Pascal.
Oh, Pedro, Petey boy.
Figure. And I went through all the actors, and in the end, and there was one that I almost picked. But I was like, no, man, he reminds me of somebody. Who is it? Pedro Pascal. And then while we were talking, you said it. I said, oops.
Yeah.
Well, nope. I'm going with Pedro Pascal. And you know what? And because I'm a rebel.
Do you envision seeing Footloose doing the Pedro Pascal
I do. Like,
from that movie?
He's gonna be off. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could play that, and he could play a goofy role. He could play a serious role. He can play a crazy role. I'm a Pedro Pascal fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's great.
But I think that would one. He just looks so much like the figure, and Pedro Pascal, man, he's a man of range. He is. He's a man of range.
Did you know that? Do you remember that Matt Damon The Great Wall movie?
I do. Yeah, he was in that.
He's in that.
Yeah. I haven't.
Why?
Recently.
Why is Matt Damon in it? But why is he in it too? Yeah. But it's amazing. I might watch it now.
Oh no, they're in it. They're in it.
Yeah, the funny thing is looking at the trailer for it, because I think it's on Max, HBO Max, HBO, one of those three. I don't remember it being like that. Like, I get that they should have called it something way different, because it looks more like a sci-fi fantasy dragon movie that happens to be in China.
It 100% is. It's exactly
it shouldn't be, because I think people were thinking it's about making the Great Wall of China, and like they hired a white guy.
That happened there, and I think that the marketing for the movie, that's why the movie didn't do well, because it was good. You know what I'm saying? But the marketing for the movie didn't match, in my opinion, what the movie was.
Yeah.
I didn't even go to the theaters to see it. I caught it relatively recently because it's Max. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know Pedro Pascal was in this. Click, and I was like, oh, all right. Well, this is like very kind of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon elements in there.
Yeah. That's kind of the vibe.
But it's good. It's good.
Yeah. Thinking about it, I think Pedro would have been a great Shipwreck.
Oh,
wow, he's been really good. Yeah, I think ultimately he would be better served as Shipwreck than as Footloose. But yeah, I get that.
I'm gonna go with that though.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So that's your pick. My pick is Brendan Fraser, baby.
Dude, that was the dude. That was the dude, man. That was the one I picked.
Yeah, and honestly, the picture I chose is from the Pauly Shore epic In the Army Now, part of the Encino Man extended universe. Because if you look at his name tape there, it says Link, and that was his name in Encino Man. He was missing Link.
Oh, I did not know he was in that movie, man.
Yeah, well, it was like 5 seconds, I think. I've never seen it actually myself.
Oh, because long time ago.
I can't sit through that much Pauly Shore. Encino Man is different because I love Brendan Fraser, and I can do it little bits, but the whole thing about Pauly Shore, I can't do that. Can't do that to myself. I won't. But I think Brendan Fraser could do it. And actually, here he's wearing desert camo. This would have been desert camo in the mid to late 90s, and similar to what so because Footloose had desert training, he might have worn something like that at one point, covered in pot leaves.
All right.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, they're very cool. That was fun.
Nice.
Yes. Footloose. I think we've gotten to the bottom of him.
We have.
I think we've done all we can do. They may make a retro figure, and maybe it'll be a little more retro and
less to your liking, sir.
Yeah, but I don't mind him updated. I really don't. I wish they were more updated. But I do like having the olds as well. OLDZ. It doesn't have to be exactly like it was when I was a kid, but it's got to You know, and honestly, I don't even really know. I don't really know that this original figure captures the character as well, if I'm going to be honest with everyone here.
Right.
I mean, what we know, he's a basketball player, or at least coached it. He was athletic. It was weird, you know, like how do you quantify that in a Marine unit? Like, how do you represent that in a Marine uniform?
Right. Yeah.
Or sorry, military uniform is what I was going for. He's obviously Army. How do you get that into an Army uniform? I don't know. Maybe that silver bracelet he wears is like a, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's got the Grateful Dead logo on it or something. I don't know. But that's the rule, is if they're, for me, in my opinion, if they're the same figure, then I give it to the classic figure.
There you go.
So, anyways, that's the episode. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm AgentChuckles. Make sure you check out our Beachhead sketches and skits. Comment on them. Ask Beachhead a question. Email it to me. Type it in the replies. Well, I want to get everybody involved in this. I want to put your face on the screen too, right next to Beachhead. Space Ghost Coast to Coast style. You can see all my other things that I do down below in Instagram and Blue Wave and Fandango and Butterfly. I don't know what they're called anymore, but all those things are down there. So, Steal the Writing Dad, why don't you tell them
list of them.
What you do?
All right, come to thewritingdad.com. There you find a community. We talk about being a dad, you know, or just regular parenting, because things get crazy and there's stories galore. All right, so come on by, sign up for the newsletter, and you can also catch me on TikTok and Instagram at the one writing dad.
Yeah, your TikTok game is coming. It's coming a long way.
Coming around a little bit, man. Yeah, it's coming around. It's coming around.
Yeah. I think there's a hashtag dads supporting dads or something.
Yeah, dads.
Yeah, so dads. You get in on that action. So yeah, that's where the money's at. I don't know. Just felt like when I get on the action. Anyways, that's it, everyone. Thank you for watching. Yo, Joe, everybody.